Are you blind? Old people like you are always causing trouble.
They say a curse does not shout when it enters your life. It whispers, and by the time you hear it clearly, everything you love is already falling apart. This was the story of Sophia. Sophia was a successful woman by every modern standard. She lived in a comfortable apartment, worked in a respected firm, dressed sharply for church every Sunday, and spoke with the confidence of someone who believed the world owed her respect. But long before the suits, the job, and the city lights, there was a small incident she never thought would matter. Years ago, Sophia had been a university student returning home during a long holiday. One hot afternoon, while rushing through a crowded bus stop, an old woman accidentally brushed against her, causing Sophia's phone to fall to the ground. The old woman apologized immediately. "My daughter, I am sorry," she said gently. But Sophia was already angry. People were watching. Her pride rose faster than her patience. "Are you blind?" Sophia snapped. "Can't you see where you're going? Old people like you are always causing trouble." The bus stop fell silent. The old woman bent down, picked up the phone, and handed it back with trembling hands. "My daughter," she said softly, "anger is heavy. Learn to put it down before it breaks you." Sophia laughed bitterly. "Keep your advice," she replied, and walked away without looking back. She did not know the old woman watched her leave. She did not hear the words whispered under the woman's breath. "Since pride has closed your mouth, may it open your suffering." At first, nothing happened. Sophia graduated with good grades. She got a good job. Life moved forward, and the memory of that day faded like dust on an old road. But slowly, quietly, the cracks began to show. At work, Sophia became known for her sharp tongue. She was intelligent, yes, but difficult. Promotions passed her by, not because she wasn't capable, but because no one could work with her for long. Every time she was close to success, something went wrong. A project would collapse at the final stage. A supervisor who favored her would suddenly turn against her. A mistake she didn't remember making would appear in reports. She blamed jealousy. She blamed spiritual attacks. She blamed everyone but herself. In relationships, it was worse. Men came into her life with good intentions, but they never stayed. Arguments would rise from small misunderstandings. Her words always cut too deep. Apologies never crossed her lips. "I am not wrong," she would say. "I don't beg anyone." One by one, they left. Friends also disappeared. Church members avoided her. Invitations stopped coming. Even family gatherings felt cold around her. Sophia began to feel alone, but her pride still stood tall. Then the dream started. Every night, she saw the same old woman standing at a bus stop staring at her with eyes that carried both sorrow and judgment. Sometimes the woman said nothing. Sometimes she asked only one question: "Have you learned?" Sophia would wake up sweating, heart pounding, but by morning she brushed it off as stress until the sickness came. Doctors could not explain it. Tests returned normal, yet her body grew weaker. She lost weight, her hair thinned, her energy vanished. She prayed louder, fasted longer, attended night vigils, but nothing changed. One evening, after collapsing in her apartment, Sophia was taken to a prayer house by a concerned cousin. There, an elderly pastor listened quietly as she explained her troubles. After a long silence, he asked, "Have you ever deeply wronged someone and refused to make peace?" Sophia hesitated. For the first time in years, the memory of the bus stop returned clearly. The old woman, the insult, the apology she never gave. Her chest tightened, but pride spoke again. "It was nothing," she said, "just words." The pastor shook his head slowly. Some words are seeds, he replied, and some soils are spiritual. Sophia never went back to look for the old woman. She told herself it was impossible. Lagos was too big, too busy, too late. Instead, her life continued to fall apart. She lost her job. Her sickness worsened. Her apartment was taken when she could no longer pay rent. At 38, Amara moved back into her parents' house, a shadow of the woman she once was. Neighbors whispered. Church members pitied her. Children stared. Still, she never said sorry. Even when the dreams returned, stronger than before. Even when the old woman's voice echoed in her sleep. Pride is expensive. You are paying in full. Sophia died quietly one rainy morning. No dramatic accident, no loud tragedy. Just a slow fading, like a candle refusing to bow to the wind. At her funeral, many shook their heads and said, she was proud. She was difficult. She never knew how to say sorry. And somewhere, perhaps at a bus stop, perhaps beyond this world, an old woman finally turned away.